Vibhuti Jha, before I get Sanjay Jha to respond to Ankush, yes, Ankush, you are. Vibhuti Jha, I want to understand from you, the main aim of Rahul Gandhi's visit to the United States is to reach out to the Indian diaspora, to garner support from the Indian diaspora. Has he been able to do so successfully this time around?
Thank you, Shreya, for having me here. Not really. The fact of the matter is he referred to NRIs as the ambassadors to this country, kind of, sort of, But I have been in this country since 1991, and I can tell you, the first generation Indians who came here, they came with $6 in their pocket, totally frustrated and unhappy with the policies of that very party that he leads today. Because that's what drove Indians to migrate to this part for seeking a greener pasture, for either for higher education or it was for, primarily for higher education, and the jobs came later. This is the very critical issue that Rahul Gandhi must answer to the people of India, that don't pay lip service to us. We don't need your lip service to tell that we are the ambassadors. We are doing a lot more than he gives us credit for. Having said that, there is another issue which is very important. This particular crowd in Dallas, I have friends in Indian Overseas Congress, and they reported to me and shared with me that Rahul Gandhi came 2 hours late, and he had all the time in the world to talk about and preach and complain about India in a very managed and scripted speech. They said they were very unhappy because he looks like a managed crowd. He was not a natural self of his. These are the words of people who were there. Crowd began to leave midway. There were no thunderous applauses to anything. So the point of the matter here is he has not been able to link up, and people know him already. How much soever you may package, the pig will always have a different smile whether you put lipstick on him or otherwise or not. This is very critical for us to figure out.
Let me get Sanjay Jha to respond to you, Vibhuti Jha. Sanjay Jha, you want to respond to what Vibhuti Jha is saying?
He did not have even
that this seemed to be a very scripted conversation. Vibhuti Jha, you made your point. Sanjay Jha, please go ahead. Please respond to what Vibhuti Jha is saying. This seems to be scripted by Rahul Gandhi.
Bangladesh killings of Hindus there, and he was jumping the mantra of.
Let me know when I can speak.
We'll come to that one by one, Vibhuti Jha. Let Sanjay Jha respond. Vibhuti Jha, we'll come to that one by one. Let Sanjay Jha respond. Please go ahead, Mr. Jha.
Yeah, in the fairness of a neutral debate, since you have two people from the right-wing ecosystem, I hope you'll give me adequate time to basically kind of debunk their absolutely subpar arguments. Number one, to understand what Rahul Gandhi said.
And just at the outset, let me say, Sanjay Jha, sorry for interrupting you. We did try for people from the Indian Overseas Congress. Perhaps they're traveling, so we couldn't get anybody right now. But hopefully we will in the near future. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So why don't we still make the debate neutral and give me adequate time to kind of give a rejoinder to both the people from the right-wing ecosystem. Point number one, to understand what Rahul Gandhi said, we need to first establish the first hard truth. Narendra Modi's legacy over the last 10 years to India is fear, divisiveness, hate. He's the most polarizing and disruptive prime minister in the history of India's democracy. I'll give you one example. Look at the case of Aryan Mishra, a young 12th standard boy who drives out with his family late into the night, is hounded in a 30-kilometer car chase and shot dead by cow vigilantes because they suspected him of carrying beef. Hate proliferates. And this is exactly what Narendra Modi and the BJP and the RSS have done to the country. You see, the tragedy of all these people today who are looking very rattled on your program with Rahul Gandhi is twofold. Number one, as a leader of the opposition, he's a shadow prime minister. Number two, Narendra Modi, after 10 years, has not had the courage. Can you imagine a prime minister of any democracy not having the courage to hold a single press conference? And let me tell you the third reality, which is that Rahul Gandhi is introducing into politics a decency, an honesty, an integrity, and a compassion, which obviously Narendra Modi and the BJP will not understand. because they are busy issuing orders in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, which will basically prohibit the minority communities from living and doing their livelihood without being hounded and harassed. And one word to both these gentlemen on your program. I actually am astonished at the biggest hypocrisy of these NRIs who support Mr. Modi. In the United States, they want all the minority protection. They will want to get all the benefits and rights which everybody gets, because you know what? That's what Constitution is about. But sitting there in America, holding a passport which is of the Uncle Sam, they will lecture us poor people in India about how we should run our democracy and how we should manage our minorities. I heard Mr. Bhandari and Mr. Jha, and I'm appalled and aghast at the duplicitous double standards and the hypocrisy of people who seek minority protection in America, but hound the minorities in India through vicious propaganda, through ugly trolling, and through, in my opinion, indulging in the most crude kind of conversation that doesn't even deserve a dignified response.
Okay.